Dro, coming to you live, 17 Essex, New York City, Los Anarquistas meeting room. Big homie M-1 from Prez about to stop through and give a speech.
You know, and so I'm here today to shed light on these kind of circumstances and talk about how we're going to free our brothers and sisters from behind enemy lines. It's the impossible dream, but how we're going to get there? One day at a time, brick by brick. You know why? Because we have no other recourse. We have no other recourse when we look at education and schools being shut down for middle schoolers and elementary schools all around the country in an epidemic rate, but the number of prisons being built is the number one economy. The prison economy is becoming the number one economy in America. So if you put that equation together, you tell me what the answer is. If it's not schools but jails, then tell me how this U.S. government plans to control our population. This is not a conspiracy theory. You can go check for yourselves. This is in the NASDAQ. It's as plain as the nose on your face. If you plan to look at your future and dictate for yourself with your own brain about which way forward, then you can look at these facts and reason for yourself what we have left to do. And that's move now, that's act now, that's think freely. Be freedom thinkers. Because if we don't take the time to do it, believe me, your children are going to be raised as slaves. They are raised, indoctrinated by, Adventure Time and SpongeBob and Johnny Bravo. Believe me, I have children. And I refuse to let my oppressor, this oppressor who feeds us awful foods, who dictates us bad information, who misleads our people, to take the time to educate our children. I want to be free in my lifetime. These brothers and sisters offered us an opportunity to be free in our lifetime. Let's make good on that promise. Let's imagine a future that's been unimagined up until now. Let's be creative enough to dare to struggle and dare to win. Damn it, if you don't struggle about it, if you don't get in the fight, if you don't join the day, if you have so much apathy inside yourself that you are paralyzed and you can't move, then you don't deserve the victory on the other side. And believe me, it's sweet. Believe me, the victory is sweet. I know if we serve through the misery of living off $1 a day in our communities, our third world communities inside America, if we can suffer through crack addiction and the type of addictions that are heaped inside of our community based on the misery that we have, if we can suffer through this life, then damn it, we deserve to see the sweet side of things. We deserve to see a time when there isn't so much misery, a time when our families are together, a time when our communities are based on unity, not based on no kind of Oprah Winfrey type, but based on the fact that we want what's good for each other, that we know our village has to raise our children, and we know education matters, really matters, and not just the indoctrination. Not just the indoctrination, but how to enjoy life. Natural law. Let's talk about natural law and how that matters with us. So as I don't digress, I just want to say, fight now. Do it now. Go all out. Or be a slave. But I ain't going with you. I refuse to be led like a lamb to the slaughter. And I hope you are lions, not lambs. So, all power to the people. All power to the people. And that ain't no throwback shit. And that ain't no throwback shit. Right. All right? All power to the people. All power to the people.
Rather attack and not react. Back to beats, it don't reflect on how many records get sold on sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Whether your project's put on hold in the real world.